welcome to Unit 6, Lesson 5, Graphing Exponential Functions. So, just as a review, here is our linear function, y equals 3x plus 1. And we're going to graph it using an input-output table. So, we input 0 in for x, and we get 1. We plug in 1 and we get 4. Plug in 2 and we get 7. Plug in 3 and we get 10. Plug in 4 and we get 13. So, we're going to go ahead and graph. So we're going to go to 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 7, 310, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to go any higher than that. I didn't give myself enough room, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the line through there. And again, I encourage you to graph on GeoGebra rather than by hand because it is a lot more accurate. As you can see, I should move this point over more. There we go. That looks better. Kind of. I'll fix that. There we go. Alright. So that is a linear function. It's linear because it makes a line. Now this is what happens when we work with an exponential function. Here we say y equals 3 to x plus 1. So 3 is to the power of x. So when we plug in 0 here, we get 3 to the 0 plus 1, which gives us 2. We get 3 to the 1 plus 1, which gives us 4. Here we get 3 to the second plus 1, and we get 10. Here we get 3 to the third plus 1, and we get 28. Here we get 3 to the fourth plus 1, and we get 82. So before we even graph this, what I want you to do is, let's look at this table right here for the exponential, and then we're going to go back and look at the linear. And I want you to compare the two tables. So pause the video and copy these down if you need to. Here's the linear one again. Here's the exponential one. So pause the video or go back as you need and just look and discuss in your group what you see the difference and similarities are between the two tables. So go ahead and pause the video now. Right. What I was hoping you noticed is that this exponential one, and there are several things you could have also noticed, but this exponential one gets very big in the y's very quickly. You notice that the linear one kind of is a steady pace, but the exponential, the y value goes 2, 4, 10, 28, and then 82. It gets very big very quickly. So let's graph it and see what it looks like. So we're going to go to 0, 2. We're going to go to 1, 4. 2, 10. And it looks like that's as high as we can go. And if you notice, this doesn't really make a line. What it makes is a curve. And when it curves, it's going to curve like this. So this is the graph of the exponential function, y equals 3 to the x plus 1. So again, I want you to pause the video and I want you to look at this exponential graph and compare it to the linear graph. So in your group, go ahead, pause the video and discuss these two graphs now. Okay, and finally, I have an example for I want you to try in your group. So I want you to graph y equals 2 to the x, and I've given you the x values I'd like for you to use, so go ahead and graph this now with your group. And here's the completed table in the graph. So again, go ahead, pause the video with your group, and look at this table and the graph and compare it to your own, and come up with your thoughts about what you see. And after you do that, that'll be the end of the video.